it's Miss Fiona again, and we're ready for our episode 2 of Music Movement. Now this week we are still going to be in, where was it again we were last week? Can you remember? It was Africa, wasn't it? So we're still in Africa. Okay, and who can remember which 3 animals we looked at last week? Can you remember? There was 3 different animals. One had a very, very long trunk, and he was the heaviest of all the land mammals. He was the elephant, wasn't he? Okay, and the other one we looked at had a big furry mane if he was a man, and a very loud roar. Can you remember who that was? We looked at the lion too, so we had the lion, we had the elephant, and we had one more animal. Can you remember? He galloped a bit like a horse, and he made a funny sound a bit like a donkey. It was a zebra! So this week we're going to be moving on to 3 new animals, but those 3 animals still live in our continent, Africa. Okay, now before we do our rhythm starter, I just want to mention that in last week's episode, I spoke about the continent Australia. Now, Australia is not a continent, is it? Australasia is the continent. So I'm really, really sorry, and I wonder who noticed my mistake. I've said it before and I might say it again. It sounds so similar. Australia is a country and Australasia is a continent, and I spoke about Australia, the continent, which, as we've just established, isn't right. Okay, so who would like to do our rhythm starter to go first with? Okay, what do I have in my magic basket today for my rhythm? Oh, I've got an awful lot of funny sticks and spoons and things. Oh, now if at home you've got 2 of these, those are rhythm sticks. Fantastic, you can use those. But I'm going to use one of the wooden spoons. If you don't have rhythm sticks at home, maybe you could borrow a couple of kitchen utensils, like wooden spoons like these or spatulas like these. They knock together in just the same way that the rhythm sticks would. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2 of mine. Oh, I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to choose this one because it's got a little rhino on it, one of the African animals. Fantastic! Are you ready? If you're not, quickly go and grab something and we can get moving for our rhythm starter. Try and find the rhythm with your own rhythm sticks before I find it. Have you found it? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Think of your own rhythm at home. Wonder if you can freestyle one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Freestyle at home. Go with whatever rhythm you want to. And try and get your limbs moving. Stretch them out, warm them up. Listen to that lovely African sound. Okay, so for our first animal, now I'm going to give you a clue, okay? This animal is not the heaviest of our land animal, it's the tallest. Some of you might have already got it, okay? This animal has an incredibly long neck. Some more people might have just got it. And this animal has long, thin, gangly legs. So it's incredibly tall, the tallest of all of our land mammals. Okay, it's got a very long neck and it's got long, thin, gangly legs. Has anyone got it? It obviously lives in Africa. It's the giraffe. Okay, the tallest. Now, when I say it's the tallest of our land mammals, do you know how tall it is? Imagine me. Okay, a little bit taller than me because I'm not quite 6 foot. But imagine I am 6 foot, so a little bit taller than me. Now times my height by 3. So imagine there were 2 more of me standing on top of me. That's about how tall a giraffe is. Okay? Very, very tall. Do you know, even a baby giraffe is the height of me. They are such a tall creature and they benefit from being very, very tall, okay? Because by being very tall, their heads can constantly be on the lookout. Up high above the trees, they can see all the predators coming towards them. They can get away from danger quickly because they can see it coming. Okay, it's like standing on the top of a hilltop and being able to see far and wide. Okay, now something else amazing. A very, very, very tall animal like that needs a very, very, very big and strong heart to pump all the blood all the way up its neck to its head. Do you know how big and strong a giraffe's heart is? It's 50 times my heart. Now, I don't have a small heart, okay? You don't have a small heart. A giraffe's heart is 50 times your heart. 50 times my heart. Wow, what a big heart. Now imagine its neck, its very, very tall neck. You would think that neck must be made up of so many bones. But you know what? A giraffe's neck is the same amount of bones as us. Our short little neck, okay, is made up of the same bones as a giraffe. Isn't that amazing? So, are we ready to be giraffes? Now remember, giraffes are going to have a big long neck reaching up into the trees. They spend most of their day eating. When I say they spend most of their day eating, I mean they spend 16 to 20 hours a day eating. Okay, that's only 4 hours left in the day to do other things. What about sleeping? Well, do you know some giraffes only sleep for 5 minutes of the day? So I need to see your heads up in those trees eating most of the time, okay? How are you going to make a big long neck? Are you maybe going to stretch your arm up as tall as it can be? Okay, maybe your hand is going to be the giraffe's mouth, okay, eating up in the trees. Yeah? Now remember as well, you don't sleep, so you might be a bit tired. Okay, so I might want to hear a few giraffe yawns back there because I think I'd be tired if I only slept 5 minutes a day. Okay, so we ready to be giraffes? Fantastic. Let's see those big tall necks. Eating all the fruits in the tree. Looking out, looking out. Are there any predators coming? No. Phew. But my eating wonder, lions, things like that. Are there any lions out there? Phew. Have you ever seen a giraffe drop something on the floor? Well, if they want to pick it up with their mouths, their head is much too high to get to the ground. So they have to spread their long gangly legs. Should we try it? Okay. Some nice green leaves have just fallen down. You better spread those gangly legs and reach that head down to pick it up. Did you get it? Eating away, hoping you don't hear a lion's roar. Munch, munch, munch. Do you want to take your 5-minute sleep now? Okay. No, you can't lie down. Giraffes don't lie down when they sleep. They stand up. Not really sleep at all, is it? You might as well just carry on eating. Checking out for predators. Okay, so that's our first animal, is our giraffe. Now our second animal. Okay, so when last week we learnt about the animal and we learnt that he was the heaviest land mammal. That was the elephant. Okay, now this is the third heaviest land mammal. Okay, so number 1 is the elephant. Does anyone know what the second heaviest land mammal might be? It's a rhino, okay? And the third heaviest land mammal is the animal we're going to look at now, okay? Now this animal has a huge jaw. Now some of you who did my craft session earlier in the week might know which animal we're about to do, okay? He's got a huge jaw, okay? He's a mammal, he's got 4 legs, and he spends 2/3 of his time in the water. But what's amazing about this creature that spends most of his time in the water is that it cannot swim. Amazing, isn't it? It's big and it's grey and it doesn't really have any hair. It has like a waxy skin. Can you imagine what it is? It's a hippo. Okay, so if you made a hippo mask with me earlier in the week, can you go and grab your hippo mask? Okay, if you didn't, then that's no problem at all. All right, you can still be a hippo with us. So let me tell you a few things about a hippo. Who can tell me which animal, see if you can work out with your family at home, who can tell me which animal is made up of a female that's a cow, a male that's a bull, and a baby that's a calf? Does anybody at home know which animal that might be? A cow is that animal, isn't it? Okay, a cow has the male version that's a bull and the baby that's a calf. Is it just that animal though? Hippo too. So a female hippo, a male bull, and a baby calf. Okay? Now a hippo, when it wants to protect its baby calf, can be quite vicious. Okay, so I'm going to go and get my jaw now. So a hippo would have a huge jaw for things like yawning, okay? It would have a huge jaw for eating. Did you know that a hippo has eaten more humans than the great white shark and the lion put together each year? Okay, they're very vicious creatures. And the big 2 top teeth and the 2 bottom ones are used by the bulls, the male hippos, when they're fighting. They open their jaws up really wide and they lock their teeth into each other to fight. Now, we're not going to do that today, okay, because it can't really be supervised that well, all right? You could maybe have a little go at home, just exploring your jaws and seeing how those teeth could be used in that way, okay? But what we are going to do is we're going to be hippos swimming through the water. Now, when I told you a hippo cannot swim, but it's so fast underwater. It can go at 20 miles per hour. That's faster than a human can go. So how is it going that quickly through the water? Well, a hippo is not made up of fat. A hippo is made up of solid muscle. So when it goes in the water, it sinks to the bottom. And at the bottom of the water, it can run along the ground. So while a hippo can't swim, it can run underwater. Okay, well, most animals would not be able to use the bottom to run along because we would all float back to the top. A hippo, because it's so heavy, sinks to the bottom and it uses the bottom to run. Okay, so what I want us to start off doing is to be hippos just on the surface of the water. Now, every now and again, they lift up their nose to breathe a bit because they can't breathe underwater. Okay, have you all got your jaws ready if you've made one? If you haven't, go and pop it on now. And if you haven't made one, don't worry, just use your hand as a big jaw. Under the water, just basking in the mud. Tired hippo. Tired hippo. Now we're going to practice being running hippos. Okay, so I'm going to take my mask off for this. Okay, and I'm going to use my leg because hippos run really, really quickly, remember, under the water. Okay, so if you've got space at home, great. If you don't, see if you can do it on the spot. So see if you can use your arms and your legs, okay, to run like a hippo on the surface of the floor. Are you ready? Okay, hippos, and just coming back, relaxing under the water. Maybe you'd have a big bum that would poke out as much as your head probably. Basking in the mud. Okay, hippos. Well done for making your masks if you did. They look fab. Okay, so our last animal. And our last animal's wonderful. He's not big or he's not tall. He's very, very little. In fact, he's the size of a squirrel. And he's not a lonely creature. He hangs around with all of his friends. Okay, not in a pack or a group or a swarm, but a mob. Okay, this creature, when it spends time with all of its family and its friends, it's called a mob. Okay, now I know that some of you have already done this creature with me, but I've decided to do it again because you all agreed it was your favourite animal, okay, to do from Africa. Now this animal has a really, really pointy nose and a really, really long tail which keeps it standing up, helps it to stand up on two legs. Have you got it yet? It's a little meerkat, okay? Now, a meerkat, we know, is always alert, okay? It has a long tail and it does lots and lots of running around, doesn't it? Okay, it's always on patrol, it's always looking out, okay? Now, funny thing about meerkats is what it likes to eat. Its favourite food to eat is a scorpion. That's funny, isn't it? Because I'm sure a scorpion has a big long tail with a venom sting in it. But meerkats are immune to their sting and they like to eat them. Oh dear, poor scorpions, better watch out. Okay, now meerkats, they dig lots and lots of tunnels under the ground when their mob finds a place that it wants to live. They dig to get underground and build their tunnels. Dig. Okay? Now the other thing that meerkats love to do is to have fun. When they're not looking out for predators or for people trying to steal their plot, when they're not digging for scorpions and digging their tunnels, they like to have fun. Sometimes they roll around, okay? Sometimes they play with sticks and stones and they chuck them up and they bounce them a bit like otters do. Okay, so I want to see you as meerkats, up on your hind legs, okay? Digging, rolling around and having lots of fun. Are you ready to be meerkats? Okay. Checking what's around. Dig those tunnels. Dig. You found a scorpion you want to eat? Oh, might be a predator. Check around, check. Nobody there? Dig those tunnels. Dig. Checking around. Dig. You might want to have a little roll around. I do. Rolling around. Whee! Roll around. Roll. Whee! Oh, quick, back up. What might be a predator? Dig. Dig. Up. Dig. Running around. Dig. Oh, I think I've seen something that might eat me. Let the others know. Quick. In your tunnels. Dig in your tunnels. Hide. Have they gone? I think they've gone. Phew. Dig. Roll. Whee! I turn up in the tree to be alert. I'm gonna climb up the tree and look from up here. Can't see anyone coming. Dig, 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 dig. Roll, 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 roll. Whee! Whee! Oh. Dig, 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 dig. Oh. Oh. I don't know about you, but I am tired from another long day in Africa, learning about our hippo and our meerkat and our giraffe. Now imagine how worn out those creatures would be after a long day and how much they would like to sleep at night. Except of course the giraffes, who probably won't be sleeping at all. Okay, now let the creatures lie down in their habitat. The meerkats would be burrowing into their tunnels right now. The giraffes would just be standing and still eating. And the hippos would be finding somewhere to lay and rest. So you find your space in the room to lie and rest. Okay, now next week, we're going to have a week off for Easter. So I will see you in 2 weeks, okay, for our next music movement session. And in that session, we're going to be going somewhere new, somewhere with volcanoes. Okay, so I'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy relaxing. You're looking, remember, at the African sky full of stars.